Here are my 6 Priority Pass cards, which I got from these 6 credit cards. And it could have been 7, but Bank of America only issues digital Priority Pass cards these days. And the crazy thing is that nearly all of these Priority Pass memberships have different benefits. And you don't have to have 6 or 7 of these to get them mixed up. In fact, if you just have 2 Priority Pass cards, you might still have to stop and think which one gets me into lounges versus restaurants versus which one gives me free guests versus paid guests and all those types of questions. So this video is going to clear all of that up for you. First, we're going to talk about the different levels of access/benefits each one gives you based on the major credit cards that issue Priority Pass today. Second, I'm going to show you how to tell them all apart in a really easy way. In fact, I just found out about this myself a few weeks ago, and when I discovered this, it's probably been around for years, it completely blew my mind, and I really have no idea how I neglected this all these years. And third, we're going to put them all side by side that we are better able to compare one to another to see which ones you may have versus ones you don't have and which ones you may want to get because they're simply better. Let's get started. The Platinum card from American Express gives you unlimited access to Priority Pass lounges. By that I mean you can visit as many lounges as you want per year with no additional cost that you have to pay out of pocket. All of the visits are complimentary to you. Then we have access for guests. You can bring up to 2 with you on all of those visits without paying any additional fees. And as we move along here, realize that if you have more than 2 guests or whatever the limit is for a certain card, you can still buy more individual day passes to bring those other people in. When I say 2 guests, that means those are complimentary. Third on the list in green are AUs or authorized users that you've added to, in this case, your Amex Platinum card account. What we're referring to with this is, do authorized users get their own membership so they can use it and get into lounges even when they're traveling without you as the primary card holder? In this case with the Platinum card, yes, AUs get their own membership that they can enroll in. And lastly, do you get access to additional Priority Pass experiences? They also partner with airport restaurants, spas, and retail locations. And in this case, American Express does not grant you access to those, only the lounges themselves. Looking now to the Business Platinum card, there's no change here whatsoever to the level of access. Everything is identical for the primary card holder, guests, authorized users, and the access to other restaurants, etc., which are not allowed. Now, before you get too distraught about not being able to use these fine dining experiences from American Express's Priority Pass level in the airports, let's take a quick break from Amex and go over to Chase to see what type of level of access they give you. Chase's top tier travel card, the Sapphire Reserve, gives you greater access than you would get with American Express. Here, for the primary card holder, you get unlimited access for as many Priority Pass lounges as you want to use each year. For guests, you can bring up to 2 with you on each of those visits. Authorized users do get their own membership, and you all get access to restaurants, etc. By the way, if any of this is new to you and you want to know how to use Priority Pass step by step, there's another video that I did, a full beginner's guide. Go check out that one after you're done watching this video for a step-by-step walkthrough. Meanwhile, if you're already familiar with it and you just want to continue seeing the differences from the level of membership, continue watching this video, of course. Also, if you want to see the difference here between the lounges and the restaurants, the lounges themselves are basically like a nice little escape from the terminal. You generally get a much nicer environment to be in while waiting for your flight, more comfortable furniture, snacks, drinks, some may even have shower suites, bathrooms, and more, most of which is all going to be complimentary as you get in. And then for the restaurants, that pretty much provides you a discount off your bill for your meal. In similar fashion, the US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite card also gives you access to the restaurant locations, although the overall membership is watered down. Access for the primary card holder is 8 visits on a complimentary basis per year. Beyond that, you will have to pay the day pass rate, but you can still use more lounges if you want to. Regarding your guests, each time you bring 1 or more with you, they will use 1 of your 8 total visits. So if you were to go one time with 7 guests, you can pretty much all get in on that one visit, but now all of your allocations have been used for the year. Just realize that individual lounges may set their own capacity limits. So if you want to bring a huge extended family with you, they may say only 4 people or only 2 guests right now during high traffic or high volume times. And that holds true with any level of membership that you have with any credit card. Authorized users on this account do not get their own Priority Pass membership, and for access to the restaurant, retail, etc. locations, yes, you can use those. Our next card is a favorite by many people, myself included, but this particular benefit of Priority Pass got dumbed down kind of recently here, so this is a little bit of a bummer to a lot of people. It is the Capital One Venture X. Again, a great product on its own, but for the access for the primary cardholder and the guests, the good part here is that it is still unlimited for all of that. But with authorized users, while they do get their own membership to use while they're not traveling with you, there is no longer any access for anybody to the other types of locations like the restaurants. Interestingly enough though, the Capital One Venture X business credit card does have some of these things remedied, but they've been flipped compared to the personal version. So up first, access for the primary cardholder is still unlimited, but guests going into Priority Pass lounges are limited to just up to 2. Then for authorized users, which in this case would represent employee cards, they do not get their own Priority Pass membership. However, you do, as the primary cardholder, receive access to the restaurants and other locations. Kind of strange to have 2 very similar credit cards offering an identical benefit, but with different levels of permissions or access. Only Capital One, of course, knows their reasons for structuring it that way. Now, let me take a guess here. If you're anything like me, you probably have at least 1 Priority Pass membership, carry multiple cards in your wallet, and enjoy earning credit card rewards. But sometimes keeping track of all those different rewards and benefits across your cards can be a little bit overwhelming. That's why today's sponsor, MAXREWARDS, and their newly designed app is here to help you out in a really big way. The MAXREWARDS app pretty much puts all the stuff you want to know about your cards in one place. Starting here with one of my favorite screens, the Bills tab shows me all my cards and that have balances and when they're due. I can also view the total balances and individual balances across my cards here, my rewards value, the utilization per card, and overall, and more. It then shows me all my credit scores as provided by the different card issuers, and a place to see all my transactions across different cards from different banks in one place as well. The benefits tracker is also fantastic. So here I've got my Bonvoy Brilliant and American Express Platinum cards with all their different credits, and I can see how much I've used of each one and if anything is left for the month or year. While many features come with the free version of MAXREWARDS, one of the paid features I like the most at the gold level is the ability to activate all your Amex offers, Chase offers, and more automatically. That way you don't have to do manually one by one across all your cards from all these issuers, and that can lead to automatic savings of tens, hundreds, or thousands per year. So if you'd like to try the all-new MAXREWARDS app and even get a taste of the gold level entirely free for 1 month, use the link down below in the description. Now back to all those different versions of Priority Pass. We've now got our first hotel credit card, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant. This one gives you unlimited access to Priority Pass lounges as the primary cardholder, up to 2 guests per visit. Authorized users do not receive their own membership, and you do not get access to the other locations. Another hotel credit card issued by Amex is the Hilton Honors Business Card. This one is kind of unique in that it gives you up to 10 complimentary visits per year as the primary card holder. Your guests will use one of those visitations whenever you decide to bring one or more with you. Authorized users added to your Hilton business card account do not receive their own membership, and nobody receives access to the restaurants or other locations. Turning our attention now to Bank of America, we have the Premium Rewards Elite Credit Card. And this one has a really unique feature. While the primary cardholder gets unlimited access and can bring up to 2 guests per visit, the authorized user situation is pretty cool. Yes, they do get their own membership. However, they don't have to be an authorized user. Check this out. Up to 4 total Priority Pass memberships can be issued from your Premium Rewards Elite credit card account. These additional memberships, that is 3 more beyond yourself as the primary, don't require being an authorized user. I'll probably show the enrollment process in an in-depth review of this card or in some other video later on. But for now, just realize that once you get the Premium Rewards Elite and you enroll yourself in the Priority Pass benefit, you just go through the same process again and again for your other users, and they'll all get their own Priority Pass cards without actually being an authorized user on your credit card account. Additionally, Bank of America is so far the only issuer I've experienced to date that does not issue you a physical Priority Pass card. So just be aware that when you activate, if you only receive a digital pass, that is in the app on your phone to show a QR code when you use a lounge or restaurant, that's okay. Whereas with the other issuers, you can do the same thing, but you also get your plastic Priority Pass card in the mail within a few weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if more issuers go exclusively digital at some point though. Moving on to the Citi Prestige card. This one is discontinued to new applicants. You also, again, cannot product change to it, but I'm sure many people out there still have it, and Citi still services those accounts. So to keep you up to date with at least the latest from what I'm aware of the level of access with this card is that you still have unlimited access as a primary card holder. You can bring up to 2 guests with you or your full immediate family. Authorized users do get their own Priority Pass membership, and you also get access to the restaurant and other locations. And last on our list, the king of Priority Pass, at least at this time, is the Ritz-Carlton credit card, another discontinued product, but still available via product changes. If you first apply and get approved for the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless credit card or Marriott Bonvoy Bountiful credit card and then decide to upgrade a year later to the Ritz-Carlton card, you'll be able to get unlimited access for you as the primary card holder, unlimited access for all of your guests. Authorized users get their own full membership with the same guesting privileges as the primary card holder, and everybody gets access to all things Priority Pass, including those restaurants, spas, retail locations, etc. It's kind of like a block party where everybody on your street is invited. So, of course, again, there may be individual capacity constraints at individual lounges, but just realize that in terms of the most unrestricted access to the Priority Pass network, the Ritz-Carlton card right now is number 1. I just realized that I forgot about 2 more credit cards, and they're both from US Bank. So let's take a look at those right now. The first one here is the US Bank Altitude Connect Visa Signature card. It has a limited Priority Pass membership, giving you access to 4 complimentary visits per year. If you decide to bring any guests with you, each one will use one of those 4 visit allocations. Authorized users do not get their own membership, and access to restaurants and all the other stuff that is not related to a lounge should be included as well. I say should be because I don't have this card or the next one myself, so I have not tested it in the real world, but it is my understanding that these 4 passes work in the same way as the 10 passes on the Altitude Reserve card that we covered earlier. So if any of you have the Connect or the next one that we're about to mention here, let me know down below in the comments if you've used one of these 4 visits for sure at a restaurant. The other card is simply the Business Altitude Connect card, still from US Bank here, and it has the same type of privileges and access. 4 per year. Each guest will use one of those visits if they come with you. Authorized users don't get their own membership, and I'm pretty sure that you get access to the non-lounge experiences too. All right, so that's a lot of different Priority Pass memberships with a lot of different levels of access. So how do you keep all of these straight in the most easy possible way? Well, here's the thing that I discovered that completely blew my mind when I first learned about it. It has to do with the Priority Pass app, or if you're using a desktop or laptop computer, just your online Priority Pass account. When you log in and search for lounges at a specific airport, what you see from the search results can vary based on the level of Priority Pass card that you have. I did not know that. I simply thought when you made a search on the Priority Pass site or app that you got to see all the different options an airport had to offer you. But that's not the case. If you don't have access to the restaurants, for example, you won't see them. Take a look at this. Here's a search I did, first of all, just from a desktop computer to fit everything in one big screen for you all. So I was on PriorityPass.com and I searched for SFO, so San Francisco's airport, went over to Terminal 2 and there's a restaurant there, Lark Creek Grill. So knowing that that exists, I then logged into each one of my individual Priority Pass accounts. And to make that clear to all of you, every time you get a new Priority Pass membership through a different credit card, you create a separate Priority Pass account for each one. A separate username, and you can use the same password if you want or not, but you will log into each one by one. That keeps all your benefits and levels of access distinct. So, given that context, here are the first three that I tried. My Amex Platinum card, Bonvoy Brilliant, and Hilton Honors Business card. And you'll notice here that as I searched for Terminal 2 at SFO, I saw nothing other than just airport takeout. That Lark Creek Grill did not appear in that search result anywhere. But trying the next three, namely the US Bank Altitude Reserve, Capital One Venture X, and B of A Premium Rewards Elite, I did see the restaurant for US Bank and for Bank of America. And finally, of course, for the king of all Priority Pass right now, my Ritz-Carlton card, of course, did show the restaurant. Furthermore, what you see throughout the app on the account tab, for example, can also vary from one to another. So here are my three first ones again, Amex Platinum, Bonvoy Brilliant, Hilton Honors Business. The first two here look identical on the account tab at that bottom menu. I see all the same menu options. It says Priority Pass, it shows the Amex logo and my membership number. The Hilton one actually shows my entitlement or my number of visits per year. You can see there it shows 10, and then below that, how many visits have been used year to date and how many visits are pending as well. Moving on to the next page here, US Bank Altitude Reserve does the same type of thing. It shows you your entitlement, how many visits you have per year. This one again issues 8, and you can track how many you've used of that allocation. The Capital One Venture X does exactly what I wish the first two Amex ones would do. It tells you right there in the middle that your entitlement is infinity, unlimited visits, to remind you of that, which is fantastic. And then for the BOA Premium Elite, that one also gives you as the primary cardholder unlimited visits, although it does not show that. So kind of like an Amex problem again, it should remind you of that. And then finally here with the Ritz-Carlton card, that one also, again, unlimited visits for you as a primary. Doesn't show you that, you just gotta remember it. Hopefully that'll keep improving in the future, but until then, at least it's still nice that, as we saw earlier, you will not be able to see lounge locations that you cannot access. So whenever you're searching on Priority Pass, always make sure that you log into the account you're going to use. And finally, here are all the cards one after the other on one screen for you, as much as I could fit at least, with their names, the level of access for both primary and guests, plus authorized users, and whether they get access to the non-lounge experiences. Of course, this could change over time and at any time, so I'll do my best to make an update in the pinned comments down below this video. So if you're watching this video in the future, months or years from now, check the comment sections at the very top to see if I've made any posts about changes to these cards or any new ones that have been launched as well. And with all that said, if you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit other people, then please help me get it in front of them by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on those notifications. Also, check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten. You can even choose to earn Amex membership rewards points instead of cash back if you like. You'll find another link to sign up for MAXREWARDS to manage all your cards, rewards, benefits, and more in one place, and to view my site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the cards that you like best. I thank you all for watching today's video. I hope it brought you some great value. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and while you're waiting for it, always remember that you are great.